Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on Blogger as an archive post thingy there, and on Patreon for extra support. Later today we should be able to get Jedi Fallen Order episode, and then tomorrow Mutineer Zero Road to Eden 6th episode there. And yeah, I will try to get around and start doing some live streams with Elden Ring. I managed to get around and do the background stuff that I needed to do here to tweak the thingies there for get starting Elden Ring. I just need to test the game by itself to see if all the settings are okay, so I don't waste a lot of time there. I cannot promise still yet a fixed schedule for that, but please pay attention to my Twitter feed. If I'm going to live stream, I always do updates there regarding any kind of like on the schedule, on the times thing there. I'll usually give an updates there, and probably today. Yeah, I will get around and hopefully publish the second episode, the VOD, so the game capture of the second Death Stranding live stream that I did. Again, just a quick note regarding the live streams. I will be doing mainly Elden Ring, but might jump here and there, continuing Death Stranding. Even though Death Stranding I will play by my own between any kind of episodes. Elden Ring I will just play Elden Ring when I do live stream, so will not play on the background. So we can through the live stream follow up my gameplay walkthrough through that one. But yeah, basically this is what I got. Still didn't manage to get around and focus basically on the channel update, proper video, even though I've been giving daily updates of what I'm intending to do. That's why, and of course the live streams take a little bit of time on my schedule for when I'm not working, so that's why I still didn't get around that. But yeah, nothing hugely changed there. This Dead Space and Resident Evil series is one of those that are really on the background for me to maybe start up probably after I finish Mutiny Zero. I think it's the most quick to get around and finishing up because after Jedi Fallen Order I got Jedi Survivor to play with. But yeah, some news here that we're going through. Not much happening Friday. Still an update regarding the CableMod stuff of the adapters there, the 12 volt power angle adapters. They supposedly now are basically officially doing a total recall of all their products. The angled adapters here, the 12 volt powers, even the inverted one, all of them independent, also the version 1.0 and 1.1. This is mainly because of the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the report that have. The firm basically CableMod received 272 reports of overheating and melting in the GPU, kind of a thing there, and overall estimation of $74,000 in damages, which is a lot. Even the fact that 4090 is expensive, but still, it's a lot of damage caused by this thing. Again, I will bang my hammer on this nail, which is I think that this 12 volt power pin, even with the updates, is not the most suitable kind of a power delivery mechanism per se, or the most efficient power delivery way of delivering 600 watt powers to a GPU. I think that the physical connection is too small. I don't think it has the same tolerance in terms of like peaks usage. I think it is very constrained. I think it provides a lot of resistance because it doesn't make sense the fact that if you had an adapter to it, it will increase by itself, by default. It will increase some resistance on the overall connection itself. And because I think the specifications doesn't take into account any kind of higher tolerance, like we see already on the PCI Express 8, 6, the ATX 24 for the motherboard. They have very high tolerances regarding power delivery. Basically you can deliver basically double and the triple power, and the cables can handle pretty well without any issues. And this doesn't happen on this 12 volt power pin. I think it has an initial flaw design regarding that, not taking enough consideration the fact that it is 600 watt power just from one connection. And yeah, I think it has to be redesigned. I will do my remarks again. One of the main reasons that I went for a 7900 XTX because I was choosing when I built my PC between that one from AMD and the 4080 at the time. One of the reasons that made me go for the 7900 XTX was the fact that it still has those older PCI 8 connections there. Instead of the 12 volt power pin, because I didn't want to take a chance of even though the 4080 is not usually the issue here, is more about the 4090s, but still the fact that there wasn't sure at the time when I bought the PC that if the 4080 will be a issue with this 12 volt power pin. One of the main reasons is the fact that I choose the AMD card there, and the fact that it has also 24 gigabytes of VRAM, and it's basically on par with, in terms of performance, with the 4080, and even at this point in time with the 4080 Super in terms of rasterization performance. That's one of the reasons that made me choose the AMD card instead of the 4080. One of the reasons was this 12 volt power connection there. It didn't give me enough confidence after we started seeing all this melted connectors and everything. Again, if you want to go about it, I have to assume that the best way to go about it is having less adapters possible. This also taking into account the original adapter that comes with the GPU usually has that banana split of 4080 is 3 and the 4090 is 4. I think if you want to go about it, just directly from the PSU to the GPU, and make sure it's properly fitted. Again, if you want to go about it, choose the one with the updated version, which has the shorter sensor pins, so there is less chance of melting the connector itself, and by that doing damage to the GPU. But yeah, it's a mess. This thing of 12 volt power pin connection, it's a mess by itself. It doesn't justify that. It's not. Again, when you have a design that induces user error, and basically after the user error induces a failure of the product itself, I think it's a flaw in the design itself. So I think they have to go about it and start from scratch this thing, and forget this thing ever existed. I think it's the best way to go about it. Increase the size of the physical connection itself, with thicker cables that can have more tolerance in terms of passing current through there. But yeah, that's one of my opinions regarding this connection. Continuing with some GPU stuff now, the 4070 Ti, which is the one that is going to be replaced by the Ti Super, 4070 Ti Super. I think this one is going to be continued. Now they lowered the price to $700, basically matching the price of the 7900 XT. Again, 7900 XT has 20 gigabytes of VRAM, and while the 4070 Ti only has 12. And I got some details here regarding the 7900 XT in terms of relative performance. It's an average, so you to have an idea, and it basically performs around I don't know, between 8 to 10% more than the 4070 Ti at the same price. And the fact that, at least in my opinion, the fact that it has more VRAM, if you want to dabble around 4K gaming, it suits way better. Or if you, even in 4040p, you want to get around and do some more graphic details, the VRAM, it's more well suited for this kind of workloads than the 4070 Ti for sure. Even though, again, you have the same kind of similar technology, which is the upscaling and fake frame rate stuff there. Again, the NVIDIA still has a little bit edge or regarding the quality of those technologies, how they are implemented. But then again, 7900 XT is at least between these two. I will turn around and go for the 7900 XT if they are at the same price. Again, I think they are still a little bit expensive. I think around at maximum 650, preferably 600. I think it will be a better suited price for these two GPUs. But yeah, we will continue to see some movement throughout this month. That's my supposition regarding these GPUs. Also the high end. As you can see, even the 7900 XTX kind of is basically on par regarding with the 4080 Super. It's within margin of error, so they trade blows between each other. Not so much between the 4080, even though it's like 3%. It's not much. But yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully, if you're my advice here again, when you're choosing GPUs, don't wait too long. But if there is like this introduction like we had with January, with basically 3 new GPUs in terms of SQs, I think it's we can wait another month so things kind of stabilize, and then you can jump on and make your purchase decision regarding that. But yeah, being at the same price for me, preferably, I will go for the 7900 XT because in terms of specs of the hardware itself, it's way better, and how it performs, and at least for the use that I will give, I still not very convinced using RTs, so ray tracing on this kind of level, because it costs a lot in terms of processing of the GPU there, still in hardware. Even in the 4090 using ray tracing, it is light work. You can get some fun out of it, see some results without having too much penalty on the performance there. But I think the technology needs to improve a little bit more, or at least in terms of performance cost, or at least the hardware has to improve a lot for it to be able to go about it and use that technology in a proper way, and in a visually presentation in terms of frames to be a little bit better. Regarding gaming news, again, we are still going about with the Elden Ring DLC stuff. We got the Kadokawa. How they are called? Let me see if I can pronounce this properly. Kadokawa. Okay, Kadokawa. They did again the year-on-year analysis and the quarter earnings and everything. They didn't specify here on the article. They said they didn't put anything. Does not include any information regarding the expansion itself. I think they are basically meaning the release date. Of course, these kind of reports usually don't bring up any kind of release dates or expected release dates. But good things from this report is that Armored Core 6 behaved basically, or has contributed to the company earnings beyond expectation, which is also good. At least in terms, I think, from the perspective of the IP itself, that it performed better than expected. So we might get down the line another Armored Core game. Again, I still need to buy this one and give it a try here, even though it's not exactly my alley. I want to try out and see how they go about it. Regarding the only thing that they said regarding the Elden Ring IP, besides I think the fact that it has like the going to have the mobile game and all that stuff there, it's they will further step up efforts to improve profitability in the medium to long term. Usually this kind of language, from what I've been understanding, is the fact that is, for example, the fact that you have the DLC here that will have at least between 6 months is going to improve the sales regarding that IP, and probably they will have like a Game of the Year edition or something similar to that. where you have the package, the DLC with the main game there, with also going to maybe do some sales there here and there for people who didn't buy the game. I think when they talk about it, it's more in those terms, and I think there's going to be some, some animation regarding Elden Ring. I'm not sure, like a series or something like that. I don't know if it is like a prequel or within the world itself, or the timeline where the game takes place. But yeah, they are full throttle on the with what From Software is doing. They are basically doing the okay, or just continue doing your thing. Basically, that's my my perception of all things. And just a quick note, they confirmed that they acquired Octopath Traveler developer Acquire. I think the acquisition supposedly is made to strengthen the company's ability to create IP in games. So I think they want to say new IPs in games, from what I understood. I think they're trying to branch a little bit the portfolio there. But yeah, still no like news regarding a launch date or a trailer incoming or something like that. They are still very quiet on that front, which to a certain degree gives me time to start to catch up with Elden Ring before the DLC arrives. And last, you got just a quick note here regarding Kojima Productions. I think they're going to do like a live stream kind of a thing there, which is it's going to premiere sometime today. Yeah. The program that they're going to do here, I assume Kojima is on this program here. It's regarding more details regarding Death Stranding 2 on the beach. The OD title, which is with Jordan Peele, the horror game kind of thing there, and the Psycent, which is a working title at this moment. So basically back to the roots from Kojima. Also, they for sure will talk about the upcoming documentary Hideo Kojima Connecting Worlds and also live action film produced with Annapurna, so in A24. It's supposedly it's going to be a 50-minute special focused on various topics regarding everything that Kojima is working on with this company. So might be a good thing to. I will try to get around and see this when I can, and maybe give you some updates regarding this 50-minute special program. See how they are trying. I don't know if we're going to have like a timeline of things when they going to come out, especially the documentary and the live action film, which is from Death Stranding. I think it's going to be about Death Stranding, if not mistaken. But yeah, this is it what I got for news. Again, it's Friday. Going to have the weekend. It's going to be quiet on the front there regarding news. But I'm going to just want to wrap up with some gaming deals. I forgot to put on today's the ones that I already have on my library. There are some of them that are already on deal, but tomorrow I will cover them. We got Black Mesa Definitive Edition, 80% off. Again, this is basically a remake of the game, of the original game in the Source Engine 2. So the same engine from Half-Life 2. A pretty good one, overwhelmingly positive reviews, and I think it's well worth to check out this game if you can. We got also The Witcher Wild Hunt. Again, the way to go is the complete edition. Now it's a little bit more cheaper. Usually it was around $15. Now it's around 12.5, give or take, with all the DLC. Again, if you never played the game, just play the vanilla one. On your first playthrough, at least, with all the DLC. I think the vanilla it's excellent, and then you have all the mods. But in the first gameplay, if you want to do some visual mods, some visual enhancing mods, I think it's more than okay. But there are a plethora of gameplay mods that are there. I think are good for the second playthrough and third playthrough. Continuing, we got Red Dead Redemption 2. 67% off. We got the Ultimate Edition. We have some extra goodies there. I think it has some playable content. It's 65% off. Again, it's one of those that I would like to dive in. I will dive playing it sometime in the future, but at this moment in time I got my slots filled, so it will have to wait for sure, when one of the times that it will be on the sale, I will buy it. Then we have Dark Souls Trilogy. It's on sale, which is a rare thing. Usually it's like once per year when it happens. So the Dark Souls Remastered, 50% off. Dark Souls 2 Scholars of First Sin, 50% off. Yeah, and the upgrade, it's not on sale. So this one and also the Dark Souls one, the remastered ones, they all have the DLC stuff there inside already, including the Scholars of the First Sin already has like the free DLC things that they introduced. So everything is already there. Don't worry. And lastly, we got Dark Souls 3. Again, the way to go is the Deluxe Edition, which has the Season Pass, which has the Ashes of Oriendel and the Ringed City, and is 50% off. Again, from time to time, I just go about and play this game. I have this game installed. From time to time, I just go around and spend 1 hour trying to go about it again with some New Game Plus Plus or whatever. I don't remember where I am at the moment with the game. But as you can see, almost $200 on this game. Then we have Cyberpunk. Now on Steam, we already have the Ultimate Edition, which has the Phantom Liberty DLC, 33% off, so $50. It's a good price here. I will eventually also buy this game and do a gameplay series, because it's one of those that I really want to play out, especially at this point in time, which has basically all the updates, especially the gameplay wise, into now well worth the time of spending at least experience for the first time this game. Then we have also The Last of Us Part 1, 33% off. Again, play this game when it came out on PS3. Again, the story is overall positive. Gameplay mechanics are pretty good, pretty solid, and I want to try out this one mainly because of the graphic enhancements regarding the PC port, and playing again the game itself, experience the game at this time with a mouse and keyboard, sorry, instead of a controller, to see how it goes, how it feels. Again, I will. If I go about it, I'm just going to go about it the main story, and that's it. The DLC stuff didn't do anything for me. But yeah, it's 33% off. And lastly, from Steam, we got Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. It's 30% off. Or if you want the Deluxe Edition, it's also 30% off. Not sure what it brings. It brings just digital art book and soundtrack, which I think the soundtrack seems pretty good. At least from the trailers that I saw, the soundtrack seems awesome. But yeah, this is what I got from Steam. On GOG, we got Tomb Raider Game of the Year Edition, so the first one, $4, 80% off. So this all has all the little packets there of DLC, the skins and the such is already included here. We got also Observation, seems a pretty decent one. It was talked about when it came out, seems to be a pretty good one, especially at this price point of $6, so I think it's a good experience. Again, I will eventually go about it when I can. And lastly, we got, I think from what I've been seeing, this is the better port of the first Metal Gear Solid for PC, not the one that Konami launched recently. I think this is a better port overall in terms of quality for PC ports, and is 30% off. So if you want to try out, again, this I played this game when it came out in 1999 or 2000 on PS1, and it blew my mind at the time. I just played like 4 times in a row, trying to get around and understanding the story, what the themes were about, and I just got enamored with this kind of the tactical espionage action kind of a thing there, and the Metal Gear Solid franchise and IP on itself. But yeah, this is what I got for you today. So I'm just going to wrap up with a plug on my Patreon for access support. The access support is mainly at this moment in time for storage, for me to be able to have backups of the stuff that I do for my clients, and some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, Kunamy Master out.